All right, so get this. You wanted to know how breath, ancient wisdom, and the universe are all connected. Well, we took a deep dive into a YouTube video called Accessing Gnosis. We all got it wrong to try and figure that out for you.
It really makes you think, we take breathing for granted.
We do, don't we?
This video dives into some pretty out there ideas, suggesting that our breath might not just be about keeping us alive, but it could be a bridge to the cosmos.
A bridge to the cosmos, that's a pretty wild idea. What makes them think that?
It starts by talking about all these cultures throughout history that have linked the idea of spirit with the breath.
Oh, interesting.
Like the Latin spiritus, the Greek pneuma, the Vedic prana, they all kind of encompass this idea of breath and also this vital life force.
So it's not just air, it's like some kind of energy.
Exactly. Ancient cultures saw breath as the point where the tangible meets the intangible, where our physical bodies connect to something larger.
That makes sense. But how does that connect us to the universe? It still seems like a bit of a leap.
Well, the video goes on to suggest that our cells actually hold ancient memories.
Oh, wow.
Not just our DNA, but echoes of experiences from our ancestors, perhaps even wisdom from times we can't consciously recall.
Wait, are you saying we're like pairing around this library of ancestral knowledge inside of us?
That's the idea.
And breathing is the key.
It even ties in the concept of epigenetics,
Oh, okay.
which shows how our genes can be switched on or off by experiences
Right.
and passed down through generations. Think about how, like, your grandmother's experiences might be influencing your health today. That's epigenetics in action.
That's wild.
And this video suggests that breathing could tap into these inherited memories.
I'm starting to see where this is going. But how do we actually access these memories? I mean, does the video explain the how?
It doesn't really get into the mechanics of it,
Mm.
but it does suggest that things like meditation, which involve, focused breathing, could be the key to unlocking this wisdom.
So it's about quieting the mind and tuning into the breath.
Exactly.
How does that connect us to, cosmic knowledge?
Well, the video introduces this concept of the Akasha. It's like this universal library of knowledge
Okay.
that ancient traditions believed we could access. And it suggests that the pineal gland, the third eye, might be a receiver for this information.
Okay, the pineal gland, the third eye. Now we're getting into some really mystical territory. But I'm curious, how does the pineal gland pick up on this information?
It suggests that focused breathing, especially during practices like meditation, can activate the pineal gland, allowing it to tune into the subtle vibrations of the Akasha.
So our breath is tuning our pineal gland to the right frequency. It sounds a little out there, but I'm intrigued.
Here's where it gets even more interesting. The video points out that our natural breathing rhythm, when we're relaxed, actually mirrors the golden ratio.
No way.
That mathematical constant found throughout nature in like galaxies and seashells.
Wait, so our breath is literally in sync with the universe?
The video doesn't really go into detail, but it definitely raises some really interesting questions about the connection between our inner world and the cosmos.
It does. It does. Okay, I kind of get the breath as a bridge metaphor, but how does breath actually carry information? I mean, what's the mechanism?
That's a great question, and to be honest, that's one the video doesn't fully answer. It seems to draw more on ancient wisdom and esoteric concepts than scientific explanations.
Fair enough. Okay, so we've got this idea that breath connects us to a library of knowledge through the pineal gland, and that our breathing mirrors this universal constant, this golden ratio. But where does sound fit into this?
Well, that's where the video takes a turn into the realm of vibration.
Okay.
Bringing in Nikola Tesla's famous quote, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Right.
It suggests that everything in the universe, including ourselves, is vibrating at a certain frequency.
Sure, sure. But how does that relate to breath and cosmic knowledge?
Well, the video suggests that if our breath can influence our internal vibrations, and if those vibrations are connected to the frequencies of the universe, then maybe our breath can help us harmonize with the cosmos.
Okay, so it's like we can use our breath to fine-tune our internal radio to pick up the universe's broadcast. But how do we even know what sounds or what frequencies are beneficial?
The video mentions this concept of cymatics, which shows how sound frequencies can actually shape matter.
Oh, wow.
If sound can have that impact on the physical world, Imagine what kind of effect it could have on our bodies and minds.
Right.
It even mentions sound healing techniques like sound baths and gong meditations
Right.
as ways to use sound for transformation.
Interesting. So, could certain frequencies help us harmonize with the universe's own vibrations?
That's the idea the video puts forward.
Yeah.
And then it goes even further and suggests that even silence can be a powerful tool in this process.
Silence. How can silence have a frequency?
That's where the video makes a distinction between the absence of sound and the presence of silence. True silence, it argues, isn't empty,
I see.
but rather a space where we can tune into these much subtler cosmic frequencies.
So, by quieting the mind and tuning into the stillness, we might be able to hear the whispers of the universe, even without any external sounds.
Exactly.
Hmm.
It's like clearing the static to hear the universe's whispers, like we said before. And it mentions how ancient traditions would use silent retreats as a way to access deeper wisdom.
That's fascinating. So we've got breath, we've got sound, we've even got silence playing a role in this cosmic connection. But where does all of this lead? I mean, what's the ultimate goal of harmonizing with the universe?
Well, the video introduces this concept of inner alchemy.
Inner alchemy.
It's not about turning lead into gold, but about transforming our inner world
Okay.
by aligning ourselves with these cosmic rhythms.
So we're not just talking about relaxation or stress relief. We're talking about some kind of deep transformation.
That seems to be the message. It suggests that by syncing up with the universe's frequencies, through breath, through sound, through silence, we can tap into our full potential.
Unlock a level of awareness that goes beyond our everyday experience.
Exactly.
Wow, this is pretty heavy stuff. I think I need to take a deep breath and process all of this.
Me too. It's a lot to take in, but it's definitely it opens up some pretty amazing possibilities.
It really does.
Yeah.
So we'll be back after a short break to explore this concept of inner alchemy and how we can actually use breath, sound, and silence to facilitate personal transformation. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so we've talked about ancient wisdom and cellular memories and this golden ratio and even the power of silence. Now, this video wants to take us even deeper into this whole inner alchemy thing. What exactly does that mean?
It's pretty fascinating, right? It's
Yeah.
like they're drawing on this old alchemical tradition,
Okay.
but with a bit of a twist.
Icky.
Instead of like trying to turn lead into gold, it's about transforming our inner world.
Gotcha. So if our bodies are microcosms of the universe, like the video says, how do we do this inner alchemy thing? Where does the breath come in?
Well, remember how we talked about the breath being like a bridge,
Yeah.
connecting us to the cosmos? The video says that just by becoming more conscious of our breath, we can start to synchronize our internal rhythms with the universe.
So it's about going beyond just, breathing without thinking about it and actually paying attention to our inhales and exhales.
Exactly. The video suggests that practices like conscious breathing and meditation can help us tune into those subtle vibrations of the universe and harmonize with them. It's kind of like, fine-tuning a musical instrument
No, like
to resonate with a larger orchestra.
So it's not just about breathing deeply. It's about breathing like with intention.
Yes, with awareness. And that's the core idea behind inner alchemy.
Okay.
By aligning ourselves with these cosmic rhythms, we create the conditions for this inner transformation,
Yeah.
from a state of like dormant potential to an awakened self. It's like we're tapping into this hidden energy source, this wisdom that's always been there.
That makes sense. But how do we know what those rhythms are? I mean, it's not like the universe comes with a metronome or something.
That's a good point.
Okay.
And that's where this video gets really interesting. It suggests that the universe is constantly like communicating with us
Okay.
through these subtle vibrations, through synchronicities.
So it's about like paying attention to those little signs, those patterns.
Exactly. It's about developing this sense of awareness that goes beyond our, our five senses and tapping into a deeper level of intuition and knowing. And breathwork can help with that.
So we're not just talking about deep breathing exercises. We're talking about a conscious engagement with our breath to reach that deeper knowing.
That's it. It's about like treating our breath with reverence, almost like a sacred thing.
It's about recognizing this connection
Exactly.
between our breath, our bodies, and the universe.
It is. It's pretty deep,
It is deep. It's inspiring, but it also raises a lot of questions for me.
I know what you mean. This video it's definitely challenging the way we normally think about breathing.
It really is, and I think that's what makes it so interesting. It's pushing us to think outside the box and consider possibilities that we might not have thought of before.
Yeah, and that's what's so cool about exploring these esoteric ideas. They can open up our minds to whole new ways of seeing ourselves and the world around us.
Okay, so we've talked about conscious breathing, meditation, and tuning into the universe's rhythms, but the video also mentions sound and silence as important parts of this process. How do those fit into the picture?
That's a great question, and I think that deserves its own deep dive. The video suggests that sound and silence can actually be really powerful tools for deepening our connection to the cosmos.
Okay, so we're not done yet. There's still more to this.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more to explore. In the final part of our deep dive, we'll look at this fascinating world of sound and silence and how we can use them to enhance our journey of inner alchemy.
That sounds good to me. Let's keep exploring. So we've talked about this inner alchemy idea, using our breath to connect with the universe and tap into this deeper knowledge. Now, this video brings in sound and silence. I'm curious how those fit in.
It is interesting, right, how they bring these opposite concepts together.
Yeah.
We have sound, like vibration, frequency, all that. Then we have silence, quiet, stillness. But they both seem to matter on this inner alchemy path.
Okay, so how does sound help with inner transformation? Is it like listening to certain kinds of music?
The video talks about this idea of sound healing, like sound baths and gong meditations.
Oh, right.
It kind of suggests that certain sounds, certain frequencies can really affect our bodies, our energy,
Yeah.
like helping to clear blockages and restore harmony.
Yeah, I've heard about those. People say they feel more relaxed, more balanced after those sound healing things. But how does that connect to inner alchemy? Is it just about feeling good, or is there something more to it?
Well, remember how we were saying that the universe is always like communicating with us through
Yeah.
vibrations?
Yeah.
The video is saying that sound can be a powerful tool for tuning into those vibrations, like using a tuning fork.
To find the right frequency.
Exactly. And it's not just about listening to sounds outside of us.
Oh, okay.
It also talks about our own voices,
Yeah.
chanting, toning, singing. These can be powerful ways to shift our own vibrations and align ourselves with those cosmic rhythms.
So it's about creating sound, not just hearing it.
Yeah, it seems like it's about using sound to like explore ourselves, to transform. It's about finding our own unique vibration, our own voice, and using that to harmonize with the universe.
I like that. That's a cool image. But okay, what about silence? How does that work? If it's all about vibrations and frequencies, silence seems like the opposite of all that.
That's where it gets really interesting. Remember, we said that silence isn't just like no sound. It's a space where we can tune in to those really subtle frequencies. The video suggests that silence is actually key to really listening to the universe, to those whispers that get lost in the noise of our own thoughts and the world around us.
So it's about creating that inner quiet so we can hear those messages. But how do we do that? It's hard to just switch off our thoughts and ignore everything, right?
Yeah, that's where meditation and mindfulness come in. The video suggests that if we practice being still, we can actually train our minds to be more quiet and focused, and then we can start to perceive those subtle vibrations that are always there, but we usually don't notice them.
Right. So it's like clearing the static on a radio so we can hear the broadcast better.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is the video says that practicing silence can actually change the way we're aware of things.
Yeah, okay.
It's not just about calming down. It's about getting to this deeper knowing, a wisdom that goes beyond like our everyday thinking.
So it's about finding that inner wisdom, that intuition that we get glimpses of sometimes, but don't really hold on to.
Yeah, that seems to be the idea. The video suggests that by being silent, we create space for that inner wisdom to come out. It's like we're finally letting ourselves listen to our own inner voice, the voice of our soul.
This whole inner alchemy thing is really speaking to me. It's like we're putting together a puzzle using our breath and sound and silence to connect with the universe and unlock all this potential inside us.
That's a great way to put it. And it's important to remember this is a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
It's about trying things out, experimenting, seeing what works for you.
So there's no one right way to do it.
Exactly. The video makes it clear this is a personal thing. It's about finding the practices that resonate with you, the techniques that help you connect with that deep knowing inside.
Well, this deep dive has given me a lot to think about. I'm feeling inspired to try some of these things out. What about you?
Definitely. It's been really fascinating exploring all this, and I'm curious to see how these ideas play out in my own life.
That's the beauty of it all, right? It's an invitation to keep exploring, to keep asking questions, to keep diving deeper into the mysteries of ourselves and the universe. Who knows what we might find?
Exactly. The journey's just getting started.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this exploration into the world of breath and sound and silence and this whole idea of inner alchemy. Keep exploring these ideas, see where they take you. Until next time, keep breathing, keep listening, and keep diving deep.